The words you are about to hear come from one of the most influential innovators of our time, Elon Musk. Known for reshaping industries ranging from electric vehicles to space travel, his vision has consistently challenged what humanity believes is possible. Today, he shares his thoughts on vision, perseverance, and the mindset necessary to confront the impossible. Listen closely, as he speaks from experience, ambition, and an unwavering belief in human potential. When I reflect on the future, I am constantly reminded that the world we live in is shaped by those who dare to imagine beyond the ordinary. I often encounter skepticism, people questioning the feasibility of ambitious projects, doubting whether anything truly transformative can be achieved. And yet, I've learned that the boundary between possible and impossible is not fixed. It is, instead, a frontier that we push further with every attempt, every experiment, every failure and success combined. From a young age, I was fascinated by the idea that technology could extend human capability and, in some ways, redefine it. I believed in the extraordinary power of ideas. I spent countless hours reading books about science, physics, and the future, imagining scenarios where humans could solve some of the world's greatest challenges. Those early dreams were not always practical, but they instilled a mindset that the things that matter most are often the hardest to achieve, and that ambition should not be measured by the ease with which it can be pursued, but by the magnitude of its impact. Vision is not just a matter of seeing what lies ahead. It is also about understanding the present in order to shape the future. It is about identifying the opportunities hidden in challenges that others might overlook. When I founded SpaceX, the goal was not simply to create a company that could launch rockets. The goal was far larger, to make life multiplanetary. Many people thought it was an impossible dream. Yet, the thought of doing something meaningful, something that could secure the long-term survival of humanity, was far too compelling to ignore. That's the core of vision. Not following trends, but creating them. Not seeking comfort, but pursuing significance. Every step toward a major breakthrough begins with a deep understanding of the problem you are trying to solve. It is not enough to want to change the world. You must know exactly what needs to be done to make that change possible. For example, with Tesla, it wasn't just about creating an electric car. It was about reimagining transportation itself, making it sustainable, reliable, and scalable for millions of people. It required an obsession with detail, from battery chemistry to software, from production techniques to infrastructure for charging. Every challenge was met with the question, how do we make this work, despite the obstacles? And obstacles are plentiful. In almost every ambitious endeavor, there are those who say you can't, or it's impossible. There were countless moments when people told me SpaceX would fail, that electric cars would never catch on, that autonomous technology would remain a dream. But these voices are not adversaries. They are reminders that the path to achievement is not meant to be easy. Resistance, skepticism, and doubt are part of the journey. The key is to remain focused on what you believe is possible, to take the first step even when the road is uncertain, and to persist when others would quit. Persistence is not merely continuing. It is continuing intelligently. It is learning from failure, adapting, and improving. For SpaceX, our early launches failed more than once. Each explosion, each setback, was painful, but it taught us lessons that no textbook or mentor could provide. We learned to redesign engines, improve materials, and rethink logistics. It was a process of constant iteration, and this process is universal. Whether it's launching rockets, producing electric cars, building solar energy networks, or designing tunnels for faster transit, innovation is messy, demanding, and often unpredictable. I want to stress the importance of courage, not just the courage to act, but the courage to imagine. Too often, people limit themselves because they are afraid of failure, of ridicule, or of uncertainty. But true progress requires stepping into the unknown, confronting risk, and embracing the possibility of being wrong. Courage is the force that allows you to push past comfort, to make decisions that others might avoid, and to pursue a vision that seems unattainable. Without courage, even the brightest ideas remain dormant, never realized. Vision without action is meaningless. It is one thing to dream. It is another to make those dreams tangible. That's why I emphasize taking practical steps toward your goals, no matter how small. Every prototype, every test, every incremental improvement is part of a larger mission. You may not see immediate results, but each effort compounds, bringing you closer to success. Momentum is created by consistent action, not wishful thinking. I also want to talk about the role of curiosity. Curiosity is the engine of innovation. It is the drive that pushes you to question assumptions, explore new ideas, and uncover insights that others miss. Without curiosity, you accept the status quo. With it, you are constantly learning, adapting, and evolving. I have always approached challenges with a sense of wonder, asking not only can this be done, but how can it be done better? That question has led to breakthroughs in engineering, software, and business strategy alike. Another critical component of vision is the ability to inspire others. No great achievement is realized in isolation. When I work with teams at SpaceX or Tesla, I see that shared passion multiplies impact. People are motivated not just by profit or recognition, but by purpose. They are inspired to push boundaries because they feel part of something meaningful. Leadership, in this sense, is about creating an environment where people feel empowered to contribute their best ideas, take risks, and pursue excellence. The vision must be compelling enough to attract talent and resilient enough to withstand the inevitable setbacks. In my experience, one of the most underestimated aspects of innovation is patience. Transformative projects do not happen overnight. They require years, sometimes decades, of persistent effort. Patience is not passive. It is an active engagement with the process, a commitment to learning, adapting, and improving continuously. When others seek shortcuts or quick wins, those who endure and refine their approach are the ones who ultimately succeed. Finally, I want to reflect on the idea that vision is deeply connected to purpose. A purpose-driven life provides direction, clarity, and motivation. Whether it's enabling humanity to become multiplanetary, advancing sustainable energy, or creating technology that empowers people, having a purpose shapes every decision, every action, and every sacrifice. It ensures that your efforts are meaningful, not just profitable or convenient. Purpose is what transforms ambition into legacy. When you combine vision, courage, curiosity, persistence, and purpose, you create a framework for achievement that can overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. This is not a formula for success in the conventional sense. It is a philosophy for living boldly, for pursuing the unknown, and for striving toward what has not yet been accomplished. It is about embracing uncertainty, taking calculated risks, and believing that your efforts, however small, contribute to something far greater than yourself. Ultimately, the message I want to leave you with is this: do not limit your thinking to what is practical or easy. Seek out challenges that excite and scare you. Embrace failures as opportunities to learn. Surround yourself with people who share your passion and complement your strengths. Take action every day toward a purpose that matters. And always, always dare to imagine a future that seems impossible, because it is precisely those impossible dreams that, once pursued with conviction, can transform the world.